For over 250 years, the legend of the Jersey Devil has haunted the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. Descriptions of a winged, hoofed, and horned creature have persisted across centuries, with numerous real-life sightings reported. In this video, we'll explore the history of the Jersey Devil, examine some of the eeriest encounters, and delve into little-known theories about its true nature. Our journey begins in the early 19th century with none other than Commodore Stephen Decatur, a bona fide American naval hero. Decatur was testing out some new cannons when he spotted a bizarre creature flying through the air. Witnesses describe it as a winged monstrosity with hooves and horns, just like the legends described. Decatur, being the fearless guy he was, didn't hesitate. He aimed his cannon and fired a shot at the creature. The cannonball passed straight through the creature, leaving it completely unharmed. The Jersey Devil, if that's what it was, simply continued on its way, as if nothing had happened. The tale of his encounter with the Jersey Devil spread like wildfire, cementing the creature's place in local folklore. Our next encounter brings us face to face with royalty, or at least someone close to it. Joseph Bonaparte, older brother of Napoleon and former king of Spain, decided to try his hand at American hunting. Bonaparte's hunting trip took a turn for the terrifying when he allegedly came face to face with the Jersey Devil. According to his account, the creature was perched on a branch, its glowing eyes burning into his soul. Bonaparte, despite being a king, was no match for the Jersey Devil. From that day forward, Bonaparte refused to return to the Pine Barrens, forever haunted by his brush with the unknown. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really wild. We're talking about the infamous Week of Terror that gripped New Jersey and Pennsylvania in January of 1909. Picture this. It's the dead of winter, snow is on the ground, and suddenly, reports of a bizarre creature terrorizing communities start pouring in. This was a full-blown panic, with hundreds of people claiming to have seen the Jersey Devil. Newspapers were having a field day, with headlines screaming about the winged monster and devilish beast on the loose. Schools were shut down, businesses were boarded up, and people were genuinely terrified to leave their homes. Some described it as a kangaroo-like creature with bat wings, while others swore it had the head of a goat and hooves like a horse. Police were called in, armed, and ready to take down the beast. They fired shots at the creature, but to no avail. The Week of Terror eventually subsided, but its impact on the legend of the Jersey Devil is undeniable. Chapter 4. Terror in Camden. Let's fast forward to 1927, where we meet a humble taxi driver in Camden, New Jersey. It was late at night, and our taxi driver friend found himself with a flat tire in a deserted part of town. As he's changing the tire, he hears a strange noise. He looks up and bam! There it is, the Jersey Devil in all its creepy glory. The creature reportedly attacked the poor taxi driver, shrieking and clawing at him with its razor-sharp talons. The taxi driver fought back the best he could, but the Jersey Devil was too strong, too fast, too devilish. Eventually, the creature broke off its attack and vanished into the night, leaving the taxi driver bruised and terrified. The Camden attack added another layer of fear to the Jersey Devil legend, proving that this wasn't just a creature of the deep woods. Chapter 5. Parkway Panic. It's 1951, and a group of friends are cruising down the Garden State Parkway. Suddenly, their leisurely drive takes a turn for the terrifying when a creature swoops down from the sky, nearly colliding with their car. The passengers described the creature as a horse-like monstrosity with leathery bat wings and glowing red eyes. The terrified motorists slammed on the brakes, skidding to a stop as the creature circled overhead. They watched in horror as it let out an ear-splitting screech before disappearing into the night. This sighting, occurring on a busy highway, caused quite a stir. The Garden State Parkway encounter added a new dimension to the legend, suggesting that the Jersey Devil wasn't just a myth. Chapter 6. Screams in the Night. Our next tale takes us deep into the Pine Barrens, where a couple's romantic camping trip takes a terrifying turn. Imagine this. You're snuggled up in your sleeping bag, the sounds of nature lulling you to sleep. Suddenly, you're jolted awake by the most blood-curdling screams you've ever heard. They scrambled out of their tent, hearts pounding, and scanned the darkness for the source of the unholy noise. And that's when they saw it, a large winged figure lurking near their campsite. The creature lingered for a few terrifying moments before melting back into the darkness, leaving the couple shaken and terrified. This encounter, while lacking in visual details, plays on the primal fear of the unknown. Chapter 7. The Farmhouse Siege. Our next story takes us to a rural farmhouse where a family's livelihood is threatened by a series of unsettling events. It began with the livestock acting strangely, refusing to go out to pasture, their eyes wide with fear. Then, the animals started disappearing, one by one, their bodies found mutilated and drained of blood. The family, understandably terrified, suspected something sinister was afoot. One night, the father, armed with his trusty shotgun, decided to lie in wait, determined to catch whatever was terrorizing his farm. As the moon hung high in the sky, casting eerie shadows across the farmyard, he saw it, a large winged creature lurking near the barn. The farmer raised his shotgun and fired, the blast echoing through the night. The creature let out an ear-splitting screech before disappearing into the darkness. The Jersey Devil, it seemed, had moved on. Now, we journey to 1993, a time when you'd think people would be a little more skeptical of mythical creatures. But the Jersey Devil, it seems, doesn't care about your skepticism. Our story takes place in Mays Landing, where a seasoned park ranger, a man who knows the woods like the back of his hand, has an encounter he can't explain. Picture this. It's a crisp autumn day. Leaves are changing color, and our ranger friend is patrolling the woods. Suddenly, he spots a deer. But this deer isn't just prancing through the forest, it's running for its life. The ranger, curious, follows the deer's frantic flight and stumbles upon a sight that stops him dead in his tracks. There, in the middle of the woods, is a creature unlike anything he's ever seen before. The creature is chasing the terrified deer, its movements swift and predatory. The ranger, despite his years of experience in the wilderness, is completely unnerved by the sight. In the age of smartphones and social media, everyone's a photographer, right? Well, in Galloway Township, one man may have inadvertently captured photographic evidence of the elusive Jersey Devil. It all started when this guy, just an average Joe going about his day, noticed something strange in the sky. He whipped out his phone, snapped a few pictures, and then, well, the internet exploded. The photos, blurry and grainy as they were, appeared to show a winged, bat-like creature soaring through the air. The photos sparked heated debates online, with some people convinced they were looking at definitive proof of the creature's existence. Whatever it was, the Galloway Township photo breathed new life into the legend of the Jersey Devil. Our final stop takes us just outside the Pine Barrens, to the neighboring state of Pennsylvania. This time, our evidence comes in the form of a photograph, a single image that sent shockwaves through the online world. The photo, taken by an amateur photographer, appears to show a winged, horse-like creature silhouetted against a dramatic sunset. The photo, like the Galloway Township image before it, sparked fierce debate. Believers pointed to the creature's distinct shape and size, claiming it was definitive proof of the Jersey Devil's existence. The Pennsylvania photograph highlights the enduring power of the Jersey Devil legend. So, there you have it, folks. A journey through the history, the sightings, and the enduring mystery of the Jersey Devil. While skeptics dismiss the Jersey Devil as folklore or hoaxes, the sheer volume of sightings and the eerie consistency of descriptions keep the legend alive. Whether it is a misidentified animal, an undiscovered species, or something more supernatural, the Jersey Devil remains one of America's most enduring mysteries. Is the Jersey Devil real? The jury is still out, but its legend isn't fading anytime soon.